money for migrants is coming, but not from the city. The state and Cook County announcing $250 million more will be given to the city of Chicago for the migrant mission.
Mayor Brandon
let me
Johnson.
shout out my man real quick. Aristopat in the building. Shout out to Aristopat. I don't know if y'all checked his channel out, but if y'all haven't checked his channel out, make sure y'all do. He's been doing some dope migrant vlogs. I reacted to one of his videos. That video got, I want to say like $67,000 or $67,000, 67,000 views. Hopefully it gets $67,000. That'd be nice, you know what I'm saying? But 67,000 views. That's dope, man. Shout out to him for his success on that video. Keep bringing that live on the ground content, bro. We appreciate that video. I'm about to ask y'all in the comment section, did you guys like that video that Aristopat put up about the migrant crisis? If you guys enjoyed that video, give me a thumbs up. If you guys didn't enjoy that video, give me a thumbs down.
When asked how he'd fund the remainder, wouldn't say. CBS 2's Sabrina Franzo was at a heated afternoon news conference. Sabrina, what's happening?
Erica, basically the state, county, and city all came together to talk about how much they can pool together to pay for the migrant mission this year. They came up with an estimate of $321 million through the end of 2024.
So just so y'all know, all right, do you see how much money that they came up with? They came up with money. We're gonna bring it back.
Erica, basically the state, county, and city all came together to talk about how much they can pool together to pay for the migrant mission this year. They came up with an estimate of $321 million through the end of 2024. The state committed more money. Cook County committed more money, but no word from the city.
I'm engaging with the county and the states because that's what leaders do. I made a commitment to collaborating with people. There are a lot of things to consider in this entire operation. It's not just financial resources.
As we mentioned, the city, state, and county came up with that number $321 million to maintain the migrant operation through the end of this year. The city had already...
So they've already committed funds to maintaining the migrant mission through to the end of the year. So now here's my question. Is an equal amount of money going to be reinfused into the taxpayers of Chicago? That's my question. Let me know what you guys think.
Pledged $150 million in this year's fiscal calendar from the city's budget. That's not enough to last past the beginning of April. Now, on top of the previously committed $160 million from the state for this year and the $100 million the county committed for this year, the state and county are pledging a combined $250 million additional dollars.
Now, look at all this money that's on the screen. Look at all this money that's on the screen. Let me ask you guys this question. Are the Democrats figuring out ways to find this kind of money to infuse it into you all? That's my question. Shout out to Roots Trackers. What's good with it? Joint funding plan. Cook County and state of Illinois previously committed $160 million. So they previously committed $160 million from the state of Illinois. Okay. $100 million from Cook County. Okay. State and county combined pledge. All right, so state and county combined pledge looks like $260 million plus an additional $250 million, which looks like it brings the total to $450 million. Now, here's my question for you guys. What is going to be done with that $400 million? And where are they getting it? $450 million. And where are they getting it from? Shout out to Torian. What's good with it, bro?
We actually don't know how many more buses are going to come as we lead up to the DNC. That's the type of sophistication that I was hoping that people would understand. That
shout out to Antithesis. What's good with it, bro?
Without fully knowing all of the complexities that relate to this mission is it's short-sighted.
Now, the mayor there is saying that this might not still be enough for all of the migrants that are expected to come between now.
So now, as you guys can see, what Brandon Johnson wants more money for the migrant crisis. He wants more money. What he's saying is that the current amount of money is not enough to fulfill the quote unquote mission that they have for the migrants for the end of 2024. Shout out to Torian Rain. Torian Rain said, but Brandon has a black wife. Yeah, that's it. I mean, for a lot of people, that's the only requirement. Anything else disqualifies you. You know what I'm saying? So, according to a large sector of people and how they believe, Brandon Johnson's fulfilled his commitment, and there's nothing else that he can do wrong. And don't think that that's not why he said that. You know what I'm saying? And the old school thought process, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, the simp chip and all that, you know what I'm saying, it clicked with a lot of people. I guarantee you, it clicked with a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Down, especially between now and the DNC. He was asked repeatedly how he would make up the difference in the amount of money, $70 million that they say is missing. We reached out to the governor's office for a response to all of that, and they reiterated that they have contributed $250 million between the state and the county, and they told us that we will have to ask the city for their plans for the remaining $70 million that all parties have agreed is needed to fund the migrant mission.
So the state, I want you guys to pay attention to what's going on here. The state and the federal government, or I'm sorry, the state and the county governments together are expecting, right? They're expecting an extra $70 million from the city of Chicago. Make it make sense. Aristopat, I got a series that I haven't got a chance to do called The Box Bros. Eventually, I'm going to be able to hopefully get a video or two of those up. But there's a whole homeless crisis going on in the United States, and the homeless crisis is sharing resources with the migrant crisis. You know what I mean? And the thing that's interesting about the homeless crisis is that the homeless crisis is not getting anywhere near the amount of financial infusion into it that the migrant crisis is. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole homeless crisis right in Chicago, same city. Same city. So now what we about to do next? What we about to do next is we are going to check out Brandon Johnson dodging questions about funding. Okay, we're going to check him dodging some questions out about funding. Now, what I want you guys to do is, as you listen to this, I want you guys to fill in the blanks and answer the questions that Brandon Johnson is not answering to the best of your abilities. All right.
The estimated cost for caring for migrants this year, including providing shelter, healthcare, and transitioning them into their own housing, is estimated to be $321 million. That's according to the governor and the Cook County Board president, who today announced a plan to cover $250 million of that.
So I'm grateful to the
Big facts, Aristopat. That's what we've been saying. If you guys agree with Aristopat, give me a thumbs up. If you guys disagree, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
of the work from the state as well as from the county and the work that they have done and what they are committed to continuing to do.
But when the mayor was asked about the city committing to fund the remaining $71 million needed for migrant care, he repeatedly dodged the questions.
There are a lot of things to consider in this entire operation. It's not just financial resources. I'm committed to this mission as I've been. And I'm grateful that we have partners at the state level and the county level who are also committed to this mission.
If we could get an answer to whether $71 million will be committed by the city for this part of the mission after the state and the county committed theirs. The mayor did not answer that question, instead pivoting to talk about the overall operation.
So now here's my question for you guys. How is it that Brandon Johnson gets away with not answering questions? As you guys can see, now the news is picking up on it and they're reiterating how Brandon Johnson does not answer questions. How long have we been saying that Brandon Johnson doesn't answer questions? How long have we been saying that?
The governor saying in a statement, it is clear the state, county, and city will have to do more to keep people safe. And Cook County Board President Tony Preckwinkle adding, we cannot wait for additional resources. Mayor Johnson, after being pressed numerous times by reporters, suggesting that he was counting on the city's $71 million portion of this year's migrant funding to come from the feds.
But the goal is to ultimately challenge the federal government to do its part, because local municipalities are not designed and built to be able to hold this type of operations.
One alderman suggesting that at least part of the migrant money could come from American Rescue Plan funds that the city already has, but the mayor shot down that idea, saying those funds will go to help Chicago's disinvested neighborhood.